Imagine a band so iconic, so culturally seismic, that their influence ripples through generations, shaping not just music but art, philosophy, and even the very fabric of American counterculture. That band is the Grateful Dead, and their story is about to unfold in a way you've never seen before. But here's where it gets controversial. While their music is celebrated, their visual legacy has been largely overlooked until now. Dive into the psychedelic, revolutionary world of 60 years of the Grateful Dead, a groundbreaking art exhibition that promises to rewrite the narrative. Artist Bill Walker is the kind of guy who seems to have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. As a student at Nevada Southern University, now UNLV, he crossed paths with Phil Lesh, the Grateful Dead's bassist and avant-garde composer. This serendipitous meeting led to Walker designing the album cover for the band's 1967 masterpiece, Anthem of the Sun. But that's not all. This collaboration sparked an epic New Year's Eve trip in the Valley of Fire, where Walker, under the influence of LSD and ayahuasca, encountered visions that would later inspire the Anthem of the Sun painting. This piece, with its desert-inspired figures, became a visual manifesto of the psychedelic revolution, a time when music was electrified and LSD became the heartbeat of 1960s culture. And this is the part most people miss. The Grateful Dead weren't just a band. They were a cultural nexus, bridging the Beat generation and the psychedelic movement, earning them the title of the most quintessentially American band of all time. Curated by psychedelic visionary Brian Chambers, 60 Years of the Grateful Dead opens at the Chambers Project in Grass Valley, California, on December 6th, just 2 days after the band's 60th anniversary. This isn't your typical retrospective. It's a treasure trove of original art, posters, and album covers that have never been assembled in one place. Chambers boldly declares, the visual vocabulary of the Dead was superior to other music groups. They were a magnet for creativity in San Francisco. But gathering these works was no easy feat. Some pieces, like the Anthem of the Sun painting, were found in unexpected places, in this case, Walker's sister's garage in Sacramento. Among the highlights is an original 1900 illustration by Victorian artist Edmund J. Sullivan, Skeleton Amidst Roses, which inspired the iconic Skull and Roses album cover. Psychedelic comic legend Rick Griffin is featured with 20 works, including the original Hawaiian Aoxomoxoa drawing for the band's 1969 album. That cover was a revelation, recalled artist Roger Dean. It gave me the freedom to break the rules. Griffin's acrylic circus paintings and the 1967 Pow Wow Human Being poster, which helped ignite the Summer of Love, are also on display. This exhibition brings together 20 artists, including the Big Five: Griffin, Mouse, Alton Kelley, Victor Moscoso, and Wes Wilson, alongside longtime collaborators like Walker and Owsley Bear Stanley. Stanley, the band's sound engineer, is celebrated for his Wall of Sound system, a masterpiece of audio engineering that was as much art as it was technology. The show also features 5 acid test posters hand-colored by Stanley, one of which contains the first public use of the name Grateful Dead. But here's the bold question. Is psychedelic art uniquely American? Art historian Michael Pierce thinks so, calling the Grateful Dead's art the beating heart of this movement. Yet, this interpretation isn't without debate. Some argue that psychedelic art has global roots, from indigenous traditions to European surrealism. What do you think? Let's discuss in the comments. Walker's own journey into psychedelia began in 1962, when he was introduced to peyote by a friend of his uncle, a Crow Indian tribe member and Hollywood stuntman. Trips to Big Bend, Texas, where they gathered peyote, shaped his artistic vision. Now, Walker is eager to see how new artists have evolved techniques, humbly admitting, "I feel primitive." Presented in collaboration with the Psychedelic Arts and Culture Trust, PACT, the exhibition will be accompanied by auxiliary shows featuring spin-off art forms like t-shirts, jewelry, and glassware. Limited edition merch, designed by artist Zoltran, will also be available. As Chambers puts it, the Grateful Dead is the biggest band that has ever lived. They will be around forever. 60 Years of the Grateful Dead opens December 6th at the Chambers Project in California. Don't miss this chance to witness the untold visual story of a band that redefined culture. But we want to hear from you. What does the Grateful Dead's legacy mean to you? Is their art as revolutionary as their music? Share your thoughts below.